Welcome to Get Strong Workout 1. I'm Katie Hunt, your ACSM personal trainer for this workout. Let's get warmed up and begin with total body extensions. Set your feet about hip distance, drop down into a mini squat, and then sweep the arms up, biceps next to the ears, and rise up on your toes. We're going for 5 total. Don't worry about depth, just think breathe deep. All right, next up, 5 walkouts. Start at the edge of your mat, again, feet hip distance. Walk yourself all the way down to a high plank where your wrists are set under your shoulders. Pause there for a moment and then walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up and we're gonna sweep those arms up by our biceps again. Let your goal on this one be to keep your legs as straight as possible, but if you're not too flexible in that back side of your body, it's totally fine to bend your legs. Whatever it takes, try to hinge from the hips. Moving our bodies from horizontal to vertical can really elevate your heart rate. Let that happen. That's part of the warm-up. All right, standing bicycles. Come up to your feet, fingertips lightly behind the ears. We're gonna go to 10 total. Raise your knee up and then drive the opposite elbow across your body. Think about hollowing out through your center. That was quick. All right, grab your dumbbells. We're gonna go for some squats. Part 1 of our workout. A dumbbell in each hand, your preferred weight. Roll your shoulders back, feet hip distance. Try to keep your chest lifted, chin up, grip loose so we're not wasting energy there. Keep your core braced and make sure that the first part of your squat is sending the hips back. Then push through your heels to rise back up. You're going to 12. Think inhale down, exhale up, and try not to let the chest collapse too far forward towards your knees. Keep driving through the heels. That's gonna get your glutes to party with us here. All right, when you get to 12, set your dumbbells down for a moment if you need to. Otherwise, we're shifting into our arms with some Arnold Presses. Feet hip distance, active stance through your lower body. Bring those dumbbells to face your face and then rotate them towards the wall in front of you as you press the arms overhead. Every time you return, try to bring your elbows right back in front of your shoulders. No lower, that's cheating. This is an awesome shoulder exercise. I also love the rotation we're getting through the shoulders. Good, remember, keep an active core. That's super important anytime we take the dumbbells overhead, especially. Soft bend in your knees. When you get to 12, relax for a moment. All right, Arnold presses are done. We're gonna move on to a big combination lift, a deadlift with a row and a curl. Woo, here we go. Okay, dumbbells are in your hands, feet are hip distance. We're gonna hinge forward from the hips, flat back, active core, then pull the elbows to the ceiling, and then stand back up with that flat back and give me 1 hammer curl. That's a bicep curl with your thumbs on top. So it's hinge, row, release the arms, stand up, and hammer curl. Move through that combination. It's a 3-part move, 12 total times. This exercise is awesome. It's one of my go-tos. My clients, you know this one, I bet. So there's a couple variations I like to work in, but I love it because we get your hamstrings going, your glutes going, your low back, your abs, your obliques, your upper back by squeezing the shoulder blades together on the row. And we hit the front side, those mirror muscles. We love them. Our biceps, you hit those with the hammer curl. Every time you bring that dumbbell up towards your shoulders in the standing position. These are all strong muscle groups. Your backside of your lower body, your backside of your upper body, and your biceps. Don't be afraid to lift some heavy weights on these. All right, when you're done, take a moment, take a breath, but then meet me on the floor. No equipment needed for 12 cross climbers. Find a high plank, spread your fingertips out, wrists under your shoulders, then take your left knee, drive it up and across. Try to bring it at least underneath your hips, but aim that knee towards the right elbow. Think about hollowing out. So inhale the leg long, exhale, drive the knee and squeeze. To make this one more difficult, keep the toe off the ground. Never set those left toes down. So that's an option for you. If you need to break these up, go ahead and do so. But do 12 all on one side, reset, wiggle around like I'm doing here. All right, who's ready to do the other side? So this time it's gonna be your right knee driving across towards the left elbow. If your wrists ever experience any pain in this position, you could hold on to 2 dumbbells. You could also focus on pressing into the outer edge of your hand. Sometimes that can relieve the pressure. Watch the head to make sure the chin doesn't drop too far towards the ground. I'm trying to keep my ears in line with my shoulders horizontally here. How am I doing? All right, and when you get to 12, take a deep breath, but come onto your back with your legs bent and upper body resting on the ground. We've got 12 back presses with a hip bridge. So I need you to bend your elbows to 90 degrees, and then we're gonna dig those elbows kind of into the ground. Squeeze your lats to lift your upper body. Try not to use your abs, believe it or not. And then lower the upper body back down and lift the hips by pressing the low back into the ground, then squeezing the all your butts. Squeezing the butt and your hamstrings. So it's drive the elbows in, try not to use the abs on that back press. The back press is an awesome, super simple way to get in some lat work at home with no equipment. It's one of my favorite go-tos for that. So press the feet into the ground every time your hips lift up. Try to keep that pressure even. Good, really, as much as possible. Also try to keep your neck out of it. Yes, your neck has got to support your head. Ready to do round 2? We're gonna begin with the squat. So you're back up on your feet, dumbbell in each hand. Let's see if we can aim for a little more depth on our squat. Remember, keep that chest up and proud. Send the hips back and down. Try to keep your knees tracking over your middle toes. Range of motion on your squat. Only be concerned with moving through a pain-free, meaning pain in your joints. We don't want that. A little burn in your muscles is a-okay, but only move through a joint pain-free range of motion. Also an option, ditch the dumbbells. They are not mandatory. Figure out how you can make the squats work for you. All right, Arnold Presses. If you don't have dumbbells, you could use water bottles. Forgot to mention that in the first one. Athletic stance with your lower body. So zip that core up tight, elbows in front of your shoulders. Press the arms overhead as you rotate your palms to face ahead of you. So palms face your forehead as they lower down, palms face away as you raise the arms up. 12 reps. Visualize all the muscles around your shoulders activated, strong, supporting you as you go overhead. The shoulder is really our most vulnerable joint, so the more you think about those muscles, the more muscle recruitment you're gonna get. Work at your own pace. I like to exhale on the up, inhale as my elbows lower down. All right, you got your 12 in. Let's do our deadlift, row, and curl combo. Dumbbell in each hand. Hinge from your hips. Even start by packing your shoulders down. Then hinge forward, flat back. Grow the arms. Stand all the way back up tall. And show me that hammer curl. The hammer curls are for your biceps. The row is for your upper back. And our deadlift is for your hamstrings and glutes and your low back muscles. Think about the strength that you're building. It's awesome. Again, this is all the way from your calves, through your hamstrings, through your low back, upper back, and biceps. This is really a total body move. Counting your way to 12. Use the breath to keep the movement happening. Use a smile too. That's my number one trick. All right, how'd you do? When you get to 12, set the dumbbells down, meet me on the mat in your high plank. Option, if the cross climbers are a little too much, just hold your high plank. That's that position right there. So feet start hip distance, wrists underneath your shoulders. If you choose to do the cross climber motion, remember you're starting the motion in your core. Your core drives it. Left knees coming across towards my right elbow 12 times. Rest when you're in between sides. Roll it out, wiggle it out. Maybe roll your shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath. All right, let's kick off that other side. Right knee driving towards your left elbow or left armpit even. Finding some rotation in your core. You will feel the hips shift. Notice how mine are shifting. Option to return to your high plank. Stop moving the leg. That's your backup plan. Your plan to make it harder. Keep that toe off the ground. All right, you made it. Flip onto your back. Back press and hip bridge. Here we go. Think about the lats. Bend the arms to 90 degrees. Both legs are bent. Firmly squeezing the lats to lift the upper body. It's not a huge movement. And then firmly squeezing the glutes and hammies to lift the lower body. Alternating back and forth for a total of 12. If you feel pressure in your neck, it can help to keep your chin tucked slightly. It's almost like you're creating a little double chin. Don't be afraid of that. Nobody's going to see it. You can look at mine. You'll feel better. Think lats as the upper body rises. Lower body. Think about that butt every time your hips rise. It would be normal to feel this one as well a little bit in your triceps. We are using the backside of the upper half of your arm. Kind of no way to not get those muscles involved as well. So don't be alarmed if you feel it in your arms. You made it to the end of the workout. I welcome you to stay on your back on the mat and enjoy the next 3 minutes of a stretch with me. Let's begin by hugging our knees into our chest. Keep it gentle. Option to take your knees around in circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. Try to smooth out your breathing. Then let's extend the left leg down on the mat, bend the right knee, and bring the right knee across the midline of your body. Keep both shoulders pressed against the earth. If you wish, you can take your right arm up on a diagonal. When you're ready to roll back towards center, simply roll back to the middle and then draw your left knee in towards your chest. Reach through that little figure 4 shape and extend the left leg. Remember, we're not forcing anything here. Maybe you point and flex your foot a little bit. I love doing that when I'm in this stretch. It's great for your ankle mobility. And when you're ready, you can switch sides. So extend your right leg straight on the mat, bend your left knee, hug it in towards your chest for a moment, and then bring that left knee across the midline of the body off to the right side. Your left arm this time can reach overhead, or you're really at a diagonal here, about 45 degrees. Remember, both shoulder blades, we want contact between your shoulder blades and the floor. Feel that juiciness of that twist. And then when you're ready to roll back towards the middle, readjust so you're centered. And then slowly begin to draw that right knee in towards your chest. Your left ankle is going to remain kind of hooked on the right quads. Option to extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. You could point and flex your foot here. You can work through a little point and flex or circles with your toes on both feet. It's a great opportunity since your feet are off the floor. All right, then I'm gonna come onto my side and work a little quad stretch. So I'm gonna bend my bottom leg just so I don't have to fight for balance. I'm gonna extend my top arm out so I can rest my head down. You might need a little more cushion depending on your neck needs. And then I've reached down with my right hand to grab my right ankle or right foot. Really concentrating and emphasizing the position of my pelvis. So I don't want my ribs to splay open and my pelvis to tilt. You want to try to find neutral, keep your hips stacked, and switch sides when you're ready. See if you can find one big belly-filling deep breath, and then exhale completely all the way out. You did it, the whole workout. You got strong. I'm so proud of you. I will see you at the next workout. Thanks for being here.